Okay, so the first thing that we did with the puppy was to clean her ears out. We cleaned them out with a solution, a mixture of 1/2 alcohol and 1/2 white vinegar. And we used these little cotton rounds. You can get them at Walmart in little tubes like this. And I wiped her ears out real well and let them dry. Okay? So the next thing we're going to do is put the glue on the roller. These rollers came from Walmart, and you can use this size, which is like the extra large, but not the jumbo, or you can get the Goody foam rollers that are pink. You need extra large. The large is not big enough, but the extra large will work. So what I'm going to do is take a pencil, put the pencil through the hole in the foam roller. And I'm going to take some glue and put it all around the outside of the roller. The glue that I have here, that I have been using for maybe 30 years, is 3M Auto Yellow Super Weather Strip and Gasket Adhesive. You can get it at like an auto parts store. You can also use another brand called Tear Mender. You can order that off Amazon if you don't want to use this weather strip. It's a little more difficult to use, I think. The other thing that people do use sometimes is Skin Bond, and that's some glue that people use to put colostomies on. So if you have a problem with using this weather strip glue adhesive or any of this other, you can always buy that on Amazon too. But this works really well, and maybe I've had one puppy have an irritated ear from it over the past 40 years, but it works really well. So what I'm going to do is take the glue and put it on the outside of the roller, all around it. And you can use the end of the tube to spread it, or if you want, you can get like a popsicle stick. But this seems to work pretty well. You will, if you get this on your fingers, which you most likely will, you need some Goo Gone or something, some kind of spray like that to get it off your fingers once it's on. So I've got it all around pretty good. All right, so what we're going to do now is take the roller, put it in her ear. Can you bring her just a little bit closer? There you go. All right. We're going to put it in the ear down to, hold that for me a second, thanks. Down to this first knuckle right here in the ear. Right here on the inside. I don't know if you can see it on her or not. Let me bring the camera a little closer. Whoops, sorry. Obviously this is not professional. There's the knuckle right there. Can you turn her head, Jim? No, you can't with that. Here. All right. Open her ear, open that up. Okay. So the first knuckle is, let's see if we can't open, right there. So you want to put it down that far, because if it's too high, it'll tip over and make the ears tip over. And if it's too low, it gets down in their ears and it gets on their nerves and they just shake their head and try to get rid of it. Once they get used to having it in there, then if it's in the right spot, they won't bother with it. So we'll do this ear first. I'm going to put it down in the ear. There's some space for the ear to breathe, and then I'm just going to wrap the ear around it and then push the foam roller back on the ear with a pencil. Turn your head that way, sweetheart. Okay? I want it to be more straight up than sticking out that way. And I'm gonna hold it on there. You want it to, don't want the bottom of the, you want to have some space underneath, and you don't want this part of the ear, the bottom part of the fur, to be stuck together. Okay, and then we'll pull it out. There we go. Now she can use her ears pretty well that way. Some people take the rollers and tape them straight up like that, and if I thought there was a really bad problem, I might do it, but I have always had good luck with just doing the foam rollers, and that's it. All right, let me get the other one, and we'll do the other ear. Put some glue on it. Put a decent amount. It stays in a long time the first time around because there's hair in the ear, but eventually, if it comes out, then you have to do it again. It may not stay in quite as long because you're using skin instead, it doesn't have hair. But I let these stay in until they fall out. And then once they fall out, I'll just keep an eye on them, and hopefully they'll stay up. Sometimes puppies' ears go up and down while they're teething, so you know, this first time might not be enough, but I want to get her in the habit of carrying them up instead of down, or laying them back. So that's at around 16 weeks is when if they're not coming up, I go ahead and put this in. Now this ear, I probably could leave alone, but since I'm doing that ear, I'm going to put this one up too. So here we go. We're going to put it in there and wrap it around. Hopefully I put it in there in the right spot. I think I did. Kind of just hold it like that. And work it out.
There you go. That's much better.
All right, can you see? She's kind of holding them out, but she can work them. I think that they're about in the right spot because she's not shaking her head. If they're too low, she'll shake her head because it gets down in their ears and it gets on their nerves. So this way, I think she can work her ears better and use those muscles and get them going. The other thing I was going to show you was this glue on or glue off or something like that. Well, you'll have to use that to get the glue off your fingers.
Okay.